All right, all of our 9 subscribers on YouTube. This is episode 2 of Dustin and the Hogfather. I'm Dustin, your host. This is my co-host, the Hogfather. We're here today to recap what was an embarrassing debacle of a loss by Glover Teixeira a few weeks ago. Embarrassing on my part, not on Glover's part. Glover, as always, fought valiantly, not masterfully, but valiantly. He went out on a shield.
Bit washed.
But Anthony was right. He not only predicted that Glover would lose, he predicted that he was going to retire in the cage after the fight, and he did that. So I got to give him credit. I got to admit that he was right. He was also right about all the divisional games on that last podcast. So he can go ahead and pat himself on the back, but we have a new bone to pick on this one. This one.
I'm also gonna get this right too. That's what I do.
This one, it's a little bit of a slippery slope for me because I already one time got burned by Islam Mahashev. He burnt me in the Oliveira fight. I thought Oliveira was going to keep his streak going, and I couldn't have been more wrong on that one. And I'm not saying that Islam's not going to win this fight against the number 1 pound for pound GOAT. I just think that it's a tough matchup, and Anthony thinks that it's going to be a walk in the park, and I think that that's something that you'd have to be a simple-minded numbskull to think that. You have the floor, Hogfather.
Father, take it right off your hands on it. It's going to be very similar to the Charles Oliveira fight, where he outstruck him, took him down. He's going to outstrike Volkanovski. His striking's underrated. That's really his only argument, is that Volkanovski has better striking. He probably does, but it's not going to be that way. Islam's going to get a hold of him. He's going to trip him. He's going to get him down. Ortega almost submitted Volk twice. He's done. Easy money. Bet the house on it. Islam by finish. Double chance. The knockout submission combo. I don't think he's going to knock him out. I do think he's going to choke him out. And I don't think Volk's going to tap, but he'll go to sleep. He'll go sleep, as they say. And, yeah, walk in the park. How's that for...
I mean, this guy hasn't lost in the UFC. How many fights has he had?
I thought you were going to say this guy hasn't lost his picks, which you were just referring to me.
Volkanovski hasn't lost in the UFC. What's his record?
Is he undefeated in the UFC?
Yeah, so... Okay, other than he almost got submitted, that's the best thing. That's the
He's never fought anybody.
The most detrimental thing you can say about his reputation is he almost got submitted by one of the best jiu-jitsu players that ever fought.
The same guy, and I'm going to bring this back to Max Holloway. I said that he was going to beat Max Holloway. You liked Max Holloway in the first fight and in the second fight. I do think they robbed Max in the second fight. He could have won that second fight.
Those fights could have won either way. I mean,
I could have.
I just think the fact that Alex Volkanovski is short and stout is going to make it more difficult for the taller, longer Makhachev to change levels and get underneath him to possibly get a hold of his legs. I think if he does take him down, it's going to have to be a body lock.
He will take
or something
down
on the fence, some kind of throw.
He will.
Or a trip. I'm not saying he can't do that, but I'm just saying that I don't think he's going to be able to bundle his little legs up if he gets them on the ground the way that Khabib and Islam do. I think that Alex Volkanovski poses a lot of problems for him. His cardio poses problems for him. His tenacity, his mental toughness, the fact that he's so complete. He's a good wrestler. I know that it's hard to compare with these Dagestanis when it comes to wrestling, but...
Yeah, they're on a different level. And it's going to show Saturday that Islam's on a different level.
The analogy I always make is the Cub Swanson Conor Gracie fight. And that's a great illustration of a fighter that's complete fighting against someone that's not complete. And I'm not saying that Islam is comparable to Conor Gracie. I'm just saying that they are both they are both experts in one field. Islam is not going to outstrike Alex Volkanovski. He's not. He's just not. I guarantee he doesn't.
We'll see.
He's not going to. I'm telling you.
We'll see Saturday night. Go Panthers. Why are you making that face?
Well, you just farted in the podcast studio, number one.
Who?
There's a no farting, no dumping rule in the podcast studio. We're in studio right now, just like Dylon.
We're in studio. Well, whatever the hell smacked off the leather in here.
That was ass on leather. AOL.
Whatever that was. It didn't come from me. But what did come from me is the prowess that I just dropped upon you. The UFC prowess, if we want to go into the NFL and the college hoop, but we're not here to do that. We're here to give you the play. It's Islam. I mean, I've been calling every card. I said Alex Pereira was going to knock out Izzy. He said otherwise. I said Islam was going to submit Charles Oliveira and finish him. He said otherwise. I said Amanda Nunes, Juliana Pena 2, Nunes was going to murder her. He said otherwise. Ladies and gents, you're either Team Dustin or you're Team Hog.
He offers you guys a lot of anecdotal evidence about.
Am I giving out facts or am I giving out
there.
fibs? There's no fib, there's no lie. It's all truth. And he can sit there and sulk.
I'm not sulking. I'm just saying I don't think that it's that black and white. Most things in life aren't black and white. Most things in life are gray. I think this is a gray area. I don't think that it's evident that and the odds make what's the odds in this fight?
4-1.
4-1, and he's going up a weight.
4-1, I think. Minus. I think it's 4-20.
If it's gonna be that easy, why is it not 10-1? Why is it not 15-1?
That's what I said. I said it should open up as 8-1 favorite over Islam. They have Islam by sub at plus 135 on FanDuel. It's cheating. If FanDuel would ever see this, you're really stupid for giving us plus money on an Islam. You're so dumb. Why would you do that? You guys need to hire me so I could be there in the meeting when y'all want to put out this fucking line and let y'all know how silly you sound. You're giving me plus money on the Islam sub. Of course he's gonna do that. Of course he will.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the co-main event. I like your as
Yair.
As Chelsea would say, Yair Rodriguez.
Yair.
I like Yair.
Me too. We can agree.
We can agree on that one. I think the Super Bowl we disagree on.
We disagree. I'm go Birds, or what is it? Fly Eagles fly.
Actually, I can't say that I've come to a conclusion on that one. I keep going back and forth.
I'll be throwing on my my throwback Randall Cunningham Eagles jersey that I do have. You probably didn't know I had that.
I keep going back and forth on that one. The Eagles' defensive line is so good that it seems like it could be a replay of the Super Bowl from 2 or 3 years ago when Mahomes.
The best O-line, the best D-line, yeah.
Because that Buccaneers team was nowhere near
very
as good
similar.
as the Eagles team. Nowhere near this good.
Yeah. So you had a who was on that Bucks? Simeon Rice. Simeon Rice.
Simeon Rice was in
him.
2002.
He reminds me of one of the Eagles' DNs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about Sweat?
Nah, I ain't talking about Sweat. I'm talking about Cox. Fletcher Cox. Coming off the end.
Yeah.
How are they going to stop that? Were they going to chip him?
He'll sack the opposing team's quarterback.
So will Hargrave, so will Hassan Reddick.
And then he'll fuck your wife.
Yeah.
Just ask that guy
Well, you know why.
in rural Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Where'd he go to college?
Fletcher Cox? I'm not sure.
It don't matter. Eagles are the playing the bowl. Islam, Saturday night. There's your parlay. Islam by finish. Eagles Super Bowl. 2-teamer.
I like, this is the bets that I like, guys. This is what I envision. I see Travis Kelce scoring. I like
A.J. Brown anytime touchdown. So easy.
I like Yair Rodriguez to win double chance, KO, or points. I like
Big hog.
Patrick Mahomes to redeem himself from a few years ago and probably throw over his yards. I would imagine his yards will be somewhere around 280, 285. I think he'll go over that.
Being in the dome, I think, is going to be, first of all, when they say that you like the under, I don't like the under at all. It's going to be high scoring. Jalen Hurts in the dome with that line, Devonta Smith, Goddard, A.J. Brown, monster. Then you run the ball with Mouse, and they can run the ball. It's over.
I mean, the Chiefs can run the ball too. And
Chiefs are done.
The Chiefs can run the ball too, and you're talking about those guys being hurt, but they have 2 weeks to get better, so those guys are going to play. Those guys are all going to play. The Chiefs are going to come full force. Right. They're not going to have Mecole
Hope
Hardman.
the Chiefs don't hurt their hand, hurt your
Well, the
ass.
Chiefs have the experience. The Chiefs have the experience. The Eagles have Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. He's not someone that can sustain success for long periods of time in the NFL. As soon as they get a year of film on him, this year of film, break that film down. Next year, he's going to have a slump next year. I guarantee it. That guy's not meant to last long in the league like Patrick Mahomes is. He's not a prototypical NFL quarterback, and guys like him, seasons like he's having right now are an anomaly. And usually the glass slipper falls off at some point. I mean, his good defense is what's kept him in it in the running game, like you said. Plus, he has big weapons. It's not him. If you want to talk about the better quarterback in this game, there's no question it's Patrick Mahomes.
Why are you saying he has big weapons? What do you mean by that?
Who are you talking about? Because he has Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown.
Yeah, he does.
And those guys are going to be covered by rookie corners. A pair of rookie corners, one of which is a 7th-round pick. I don't know. Maybe they're up to the task. They were in the playoffs. L'Jarius Sneed is questionable. If he plays, that will be
even if he plays,
a big difference for the Chiefs.
It's going to be a long day for him.
Well, you seem to be smarter than the odds makers.
I am. They know I am.
Do they call you the Hogfather, or do they call you Lefty Rosenthal?
They don't call me the Lefty Rosenthal. That's not what it is.
You never saw the movie Casino?
It's Ace Rothstein is what they call me.
His real name was Lefty Rosenthal. Ace Rothstein was a fictionalized version.
but that was his casino name, Ace Rothstein.
No.
So I go by, like, I'm not gonna get, like.
In the movie,
it's my
his name was Ace Rothstein.
Yeah.
The real guy was Lefty Rosenthal.
There we go. Same guy. It's what I am. It's what I do. What did he say? What was his quote in that movie? He's like, he knows every quote in the movie, but when, it's time for the viewer then.
What quote?
In Casino.
Which part?
Listen, I'm smarter than the odds makers. I tell them that. They know that. That's why all we do is win. Play after play. Day after day.
I can't say I disagree. I think we put too many parlays together. Guys, listen. If you want to make some money on the Super Bowl, take Travis Kelce over yards.
A.J. Brown anytime.
Take Travis Kelce to score a touchdown. Definitely take A.J. Brown over yards and probably to score a touchdown too. Or Devontae Smith. One of those guys is going to have a big game. I think Dallas Goedert will go over his yards. He's been playing well.
A.J. Brown.
Jalen Smith will,
the man amongst boys.
Jalen Hurts will most likely run for more yards than he throws for because he's a college quarterback. But I guess only time will tell, and we only have a few days left before one of us has to eat crow.
He's always eating the crow.
Like I just had to do with Glover. And I'm man enough to admit it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't say it. It's on tape. I said it.
He got hogtied.
I got hogtied. At the end of the day, I was demoralized in a financial way because I had all my money rolling on Glover, just like I had all my money on Charles Oliveira. Maybe you guys should listen to Anthony. I've been wrong. It's on tape. The Hogfather has been right.
The hog will take you to the promised land, like Pat Riley said. That's what we do. I mean, we hog time up, then we eat, then we have a feast.
I mean,
celebrate.
He's been right, and so let's see how.
Look who's calling.
Let's see how this week.
We got an incoming call right now.
We got an incoming call. We got to end the podcast.
Meals.
Dustin and this episode of Dustin and the Hogfather is over.
Meals is calling. What's up, Meals?
We're out. Peace.
Peace.